Hello, my name is Matt LeCroy. I'm the Hay and Forage Marketing Manager here at AGCO. And today we're going to introduce and we're launching our very first silage cutter for Massey Ferguson, the RB Series. Now the RB Series here comes in two different sizes, a 4x5, that would be the 4160V, and a 4x6, the 4180V. Now what the V stands for is variable chamber. So within each of those, you go from the max bell diameter down to 36 inches. Why are we really excited about these balers? Because they're super heavy duty. Now why do you need a heavy duty baler when you're baling silage? Because you're baling heavy, tough material, whether it be silage, corn stalks, wheat straw, even dry hay. You need a heavy duty baler, and these are heavy duty. So this baler comes standard with 17 knives, and you can engage all 17 knives if you want to, or you have other options. You can engage none of the knives, you can engage 8 knives, or you can engage 9 knives. Now why would you want to engage 9 knives or 8 knives? Because if you don't want a really short cut, but you do want a pre-cut crop, you can have 8 knives running, and throughout the day, as those knives get dull, you can, from the cab, hit a couple of buttons on your screen and pull the 8 knives down and throw 9 knives up. So then you have sharp knives so you can continue running. Another way this baler keeps you running longer in the field is, besides the mesh that is actually being used when you're baling, it also has 2 storage rolls of mesh, so you can stay in the field longer. Some other ways this baler keeps you running longer is you can see behind me here, it has auto lube for your chain. So that's a really good feature. So it keeps your chains lubed from both sides of the baler, and you'll notice the chains on here as you go around the baler, it's very heavy duty chains as well. Now to make maintenance much easier, we also have grease banks. So you don't have to go around at 20 different places and hit grease zerks all over for your daily maintenance or weekly maintenance. They have grease banks on here, so you can just stand in one location and grease all the different zerks, and it goes throughout the baler. So that's a really good thing. So also, another thing that keeps the crop flowing really good is the camless pickup. So with this camless pickup here, we also have the tines are offset a little bit, and the reason they're offset is because it constantly feeds those side augers. Now why do balers this size have side auger? Because the chamber's 4 feet wide, and your pickup's 89 inches, so you have to move the crop over. But to keep those augers fed, we have the tines offset there. We've got a nice roller here on the front to compress the crop before it actually enters the bell chamber. And then once it enters the bell chamber, some really great things happen. So you have your rotor cutter, if you want to have that engaged. And also the way the bell forms with the variable chamber, the tailgate actually sits down. So when you're running these balers, you have to run them in float on the tailgate, because the tailgate will sit down. That's how the bell chamber grows. So that's a really good feature with these balers, because the reason being, we don't have to have a much taller baler to make a 4x6 versus a 4x5 baler. They come in 540 only, so there's no 1000 option, and there's no twine options with these balers, because majority of people they're going to do, whether it be corn stover or wheat straw or silage baling, they're going to use mesh. Now one other great feature, now that we mentioned silage baling, when you're coming through large windrows and you come across a nice clump of material, it theoretically could get plugged up in the baler. This baler has a thing called hydroflex control to stop that from happening. The way it works is a 3-stage process. So as the material comes in, it will actually go down and allow the material to pass through, the slugs to pass through. Now if you do come across an obstruction that will not pass through with the hydroflex control, don't worry about it. You hit a couple buttons on your touchscreen monitor, and from the cab you can actually lower the floor hydraulically, turn your PTO back on. It will actually feed the plug through there, and you re-engage your PTO. At that point, your knives re-engage, your floor comes back up, and you continue baling. So that's really good. Nobody wants to get out and have to unplug bales. But to learn more about this, you can go to masseyferguson.us or see your local Massey Ferguson dealer.